Will tax rates be going up or going down here in America? Let's take a look at some supporting financials to make the decision. Now, before analyzing numbers, here's some questions. Does one's income determine their wealth? For instance, would someone who made $2.4 million last year be wealthy? Would your answer change if this person's expenses amounted to $3.5 million during that same period? How about if this person's total debt at the end of last year amounted to $16.9 million without a solid plan to do anything but grow this debt? Would you say that they have a debt crisis on their hands? Would you ever lend thousands of your hard-earned retirement savings to a person with a balance sheet like this? Do you know anyone in this kind of situation? Of course you do. Except that the values are even more staggering. You're even likely lending them thousands of your retirement assets right now. Who is it? The United States Treasury. All you have to do is add 6 zeros to the end of the values mentioned previously, converting the millions to trillions. So now the 2.4 million is 2.4 trillion. Their expenses, 3.5 trillion, and their total debt, 16.9 trillion. Here's a troubling graph showing the U.S. government's revenues and expenditures over the last 10 years. You'll notice that revenue has not once covered expenses in a single year. How does this get solved? Sadly, these budget deficits are expected to continue in the foreseeable future, meaning that the total debt of 16.9 trillion will most likely be even higher by the time you see this video. So how does the government solve this debt crisis? Decrease the expenses, increase revenues, or both? Given the enormity of the debt issue, the answer will have to include increased taxes while also decreasing benefits. For instance, the baby boomer generation is the largest and richest that America has ever seen. Yet their combined wealth amounts to only 40% or 7 trillion of the whole that the country now faces. So even if that richest generation, the baby boomers, gets taxed at 100% of their wealth, the government will still be facing a $10 trillion issue. So what should you do to prepare for your family's future and the impact of this debt crisis? First, you must realize that your pre-tax retirement accounts are simply loans to a debt-laden entity. Next, you should download the free report on this website or the link below if you're viewing this on YouTube to learn how to maximize your family's financial health.